Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 in good old Germany. Iron Man mode on, historical focus is on, I can get achievements, prelude, let's go. So what we'll be doing today, well, Paradox added a new achievement that has my name written all over it. We are going for Steiner. Alright, roll the clip.
Mein Führer, Steiner
Konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren. Der Angriff Steiner ist nicht erfolgt.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl! Wer schickt sie?
So what do we have to do? We have to get 30% surrender progress after, well, the start of Barbarossa, not capitulate, okay. Have to be at war with the Soviets, the French, the UK, and control Paris, London, and Moscow. Fairly straightforward. Now, the only legitimate way to get this is to be bad at the game and then suddenly become good at the game. It's not happening. This is basically every disaster save as Germany I get. No. So what we'll be doing today is a little more memey. Two approaches. One is to let the Russians in, and the other is to let the Swiss in. The Swiss is safer, but takes a lot more time. The Russians, I feel that's a little more honest. So for the initial stages, up to, like, the war starts, I'm not even going to record any of that. If you want to see how I get there, just watch my Germany guide. I'm going to play this exactly like my Germany guide up to that point, with the slight difference that I will be building a handful of dockyards, like 5, 6, maybe 7 dockyards. But let's kick things off. The next time you see me, we should be ready to start WW2. So here's the first bit. I'm deviating a little bit from the guide. I'm building about 6 dockyards, Hanover and Vorpommern, right after I finish the civs and infrastructure in these 4 states. Focuses go as planned, and right after Anschluss, before we do KDF-Wagen, I'm gonna quickly slot in the Kriegsmarine focus for another 2 dockyards. We need to get enough ships out so that we can absolutely dumpster the Royal Navy's patrols with our destroyers. In terms of destroyers, what I'm making is basic destroyers with a bunch of torpedoes on them, nothing else. I'm just stripped down, just bathtubs with tubes on them. And at this point, I'm making another small little inconsequential change. Usually I would take Goebbels here because, you know, he's got the stability and the war support and the party popularity and all that good stuff. But I really need to lean into the meme. It's stronger than myself, and this is not optimal in any stretch of the imagination. But I'm going Himmler and then SS Security to go here to unlock Felix Steiner. You can't do the Steiner achievement without Felix, without the man himself. Hey, Bittersteel jump scare here. You need a desk pad. Oh, yes, you do. What you have is not a desk pad. No. Today, I'm going to show you what a desk pad looks like. I am partnering up once again with Epic Desk to bring you the smoothest, cleanest desk pads for your gaming or business setup. Because I've been rocking one of these for years now, and I love it. I love it. It's on my desk right now. It is so smooth. The mouse glide is so great. I love these things. And to celebrate the fact that we have rounded out the German Wunderwaffen series, I am not bringing one. No. We're bringing 2 brand new designs. We have the Bf-109, the glorious workhorse of the German Luftwaffe. But if you or your loved ones are not that into the German aesthetics, for reasons that I can well understand, I've got the American workhorse for you, baby. The P-51 Mustang. It doesn't get any cooler than this. Both of these designs are made by actual living human beings. No clankers involved, no AI whatsoever. Every detail of this was digitally handmade by Disc. He has done a magnificent job on both these designs as well as our previous ones. And speaking of previous designs, those are gone forever. If this run ends, when this run ends, it will never restock. So get yours. Get yours today down in the description below. Link. Go click it. Go. I'll wait. Did you click it? Well, you better go click it. Because after this run is gone, these desk pads will disappear into ether. One run and done. There will be no restocks. You might wonder, but Bittersteel, what if I spill stuff all over it and I need a new one? Machine washable, baby. And I've washed mine like 7 or 8 times by now. Just nice and sudsy. Put it in the wash on a light program and it's done. It's done. It's fine. It's fine. These are great. So once again, get down in the description below. Click that link. Go get yours today. They are going to run out. They will never restock. And we all know air wins wars. So go get your air today. Anyway, let's get to the actual meat and potatoes of the video. So this is fun. Fate of Czechoslovakia has changed because I have that Czech DLC. So yeah, there's now the options we already knew. We absorb it all. We share it with Hungary, set up Slovakia. We can also set up Bohemia and Slovakia both as puppets, and it basically bypasses the need of you manually turning Bohemia into a Reichsprotectorate, and you can do it through this button. It also gives you a little bit more, a little bit more political power and slightly more compliance in whatever we have that is actually ours. I don't think we get any cores on the territory anyway, just claims. So I'm confused because it's telling me I will get claims on Deutschböhmen, Böhme-Waldgau, and Sudetenschlesien. I have cores on these. Why would I care if I also get claims? You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get set up Bohemia and Slovakia both as puppets. Put a German in charge. They know what they're doing. So essentially what that does is gives you Protectorate Böhme-Mähren and Slovakia. And then there's still a little bit of Carpathy Ukraine over there. No one in the international community will come to Carpathy Ukraine's aid in time of war. You're about to get wrecked, son. Anyway, on with the rest of things. I've made one small deviation. I'm starting to build basic heavy fighter. Just like a couple of factories on it. Nothing shocking, no extra research. I just took a cheap heavy fighter frame, double engine 2s on it, flying boat, some ranged extenders, double torpedoes, and then the cheapest light machine guns possible. I want to run these as naval patrols and potentially port strikes. Because of how the AI uses its navy now, it's much less willing to engage with us. And if these naval patrols help us spot their navy so we can sink it, all the better. Not required. It's something I figured, you know, might as well experiment while I'm doing stupid things like this achievement. So that's what's going on here. Other than that, we are simply chugging along at regular speed, heading towards an inevitable victory for Reich. Well, here we are, September 13th. Poland is about to be wiped out. So I had a slight delay here because I couldn't bear to have this man around for much longer. I replaced him with Goebbels for the stability and war support he'll provide. But we got what we wanted out of this. We have the only man capable of leading the charge. The great Steiner himself will lead the counterattack, such as it is. I've done something wrong. I feel like I've done something wrong because I don't feel like I have that many mills. I usually have more mills at this point and a lot more equipment. So I've dropped the ball somewhere. Probably my research. I wasn't really following my guide for research and just doing whatever with construction as well. So I've probably fucked up. That's no matter. We're here. I've got 120 infantry ready to go. I've got 736 with tanks ready to go. I think this is why I'm lacking so much equipment. I truly decked out my templates where I probably shouldn't have. Definitely not for the infantry. But we're ready to go. I got Air Force up. My Navy is ready. They've done a lot of training. Ready to rock and or possibly roll. So if nothing else, it's going to be amazing good fun here. Let's look at the Navy. So the surface fleet is just 36 ships. Just all of my heavies with a couple of destroyers and light cruisers. I realize what I forgot to do. I actually researched fire control for these things, and I just completely forgot to refit them. I probably should just do that. It's okay. It's not the biggest deal in the world. 77 days. Damn, Vittersteel, you're making mistakes here. Anyway, and then I have 51 of these newer type of destroyers. These are just all of the bathtubs. Hopefully they're good enough. We're about to fucking find out. These boys out on patrol, these boys out on strike force, and jolly good fun is about to be had by all. Let's go around the Maginot as well. Very well. War were declared.
What's that?
War were declared.
I'm not calling my allies in because there's really no point. Let's just quickly overrun this, overrun that. Air is fine, and bada bing, bada boom. We're about to have a lot of fun here. A lot of fun is about to be had. Also, rearmament, yes. I would like some gold reserves. So, this is probably a mistake on my part, but I am a man built of hubris, and I will have my economy of conquest. I will deal with it. I will deal with the 4-year plan. Economic growth is for suckers. Let's just blitz this. Oh, the French are attacking. Oh no. Let's get our fighters up. I do have, I want to say, respectable amount of fighters out. In terms of the air war, there is no air war. We're gonna shred whatever they throw at us. This is basically gonna be the theme for the rest of this war. We're going to shred whatever the enemy deigns to throw at us. We are simply so much better than the enemy. Alright, before I forget, I'll move this all the way down. And this all the way down. And this all the way down. The idea being, I would like to very much get these ships out so that they can augment the surface fleet. Oh, we've overrun someone. That sounded like an explosion. Did we just blow him up? No. Where are we holding Matty? Okay. He's locked up in Warsaw, apparently. This is about as over as it gets. There goes Poland. Poland has capitulated in 9 days. That is going to be an incredibly fun time for the Polish people. I can promise you that much. And now we head to the Maginot. Wait, no. Around the Maginot. Now, with our economy of conquest being this shit, we should probably seize the gold reserves. And we gotta do something with the Reichskommissariats. I cannot hold on to all this land. It's gonna absolutely destroy my economy because I'm gonna let the Soviets in. I'm gonna train up a second army in about a year's time so that I can let the Soviets in, fight the Allies over England, and at the same time hold off the Soviets long enough because we need to be at war with the Soviets, the French, and the UK, so I can't knock out the Allies early. I have to wait until mid-41 and then control Ile-de-France, Moscow, and London. So what my plan is, knock out, the French, knock out the continent, secure the continent, invade Britain, and push up just below Liverpool and Hull. So basically take the south, garrison its ports, make sure I control the channel with my fleet and air force, so I can kill the UK at a moment of my choosing. And then second army fights the Soviets. Well, second army group, because I'm going to definitely get a lot more divisions out. Alright, I'm out around the Maginot. That's our war goals. Again, for people struggling with the Low Countries, the trick here is not to declare war on the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg all at once. That just gives the French and British time to mass troops in Belgium. What you do is ignore Luxembourg because it doesn't matter, and you wait with declaring war on Belgium. Sure, put some troops on the one province you can touch, but everything else goes on the Dutch. Simply declare war on just the Dutch. You can let these guys battle plan their way and they'll be fine. You'll take your tanks, just drive to Amsterdam, The Hague, and Rotterdam. That's it. That is literally it. We're going to watch the Netherlands disappear. Alright, that's a naval blockade. Fine. Be that way. And the Netherlands are gone. Effectively gone. No, literally gone. Huzzah! So now we reposition the all-infantry army on the Belgian border. Don't have to wait for them to actually get there. Because we made that cut south towards Breda and the armor is fast, they are actually already in position for where they need to go. So we're just going to declare war on the Belgians now. And we're going to hit Antwerp. A couple of tanks go around to Brussels. Like maybe one armor division hit the Ghent, Kortrijk. And the Belgians capitulate the moment they lose one of their states. Except for the Ardennes. So anything in the north, if you manage to take the victory point of Antwerpen, they lose control of the state of Antwerpen. That's it. That's it. One tile. Now, behold, they're gone. They capitulate via event because of that. And now, the whole of northern France is wide fucking open, boys, before a single Frenchman was able to step in. And now we take the armor, put it on the coast, and we are going to make a cut towards Le Havre, Rouen, and then cut south towards Paris and Reims, and that kills France within days. So that took us 4 days. 4 days to take out the Dutch and the Belgians. I'd say that those are good numbers. So while we are now preparing to move on France, I've also decided to pull one army off the main line, because we don't need this many troops for the French. Gonna move them up over here, more or less, and I'll take 6 of them, and we'll invade, along with the Mountaineers, Norway. The reason I'm hitting Norway is, well, I like to hit Norway, but also hitting Norway means that we have access to the Norwegian resources as well as the Swedish resources through the focus. So this is going to be a slightly longer war with the Allies than we usually have. So we must look to our resource autonomy, because we aren't just going to cap the Allies. Now, we could, but we're not going to. We're just going to pivot the air all over northern France. Bomb the shit out of that, please. And now we move on to the French, who are really not going to have a great time. I'll be able to Dunkirk a couple of them, but it doesn't really matter. Northern France here, the area between Dunkirk and Havre, is all plains with a single river crossing. The only place the French AI has any chance of stopping you is that little river here at Amiens. If you allow them to bunch up there we go, and you were unable to take the supply hub of Amiens, they might be able to hold you off if they can get enough troops in there. Eventually the French will crack, but this is usually where players stall out if they do manage to beat the Belgians. It's just, I've seen this a lot in disaster saves. The armor is fast, it's well provided with air cover, and we're just zipping across here, capturing the major victory points in the region. Rouen, Havre, then Paris. We're on to Reims as well, and once Paris falls, it's Jover. The armor is God tier. God tier armor. What is it? The meta's probably going to shift. Quite likely going to shift, but this is what I'm running right now with the new regimental support stuff. Is it good? I mean, it's... Oh, why am I so slow? Am I being... For some reason, the speed on these tanks is not what I wanted them to be. Anyway... Ooh, Indonesia's just joined. Huzzah, we've taken Paris. And with Paris gone, the French are dead. 100% towards capitulation. Huzzah! Go on then. There we go. And we'll just establish Vichy France, because it's easier. A bunch of French guns for our entertainment. The basic army, I don't know, we'll just park them over there. We'll see what use we have for them. The armor, same deal. We'll park them somewhere near Calais, Dunkirk. They're going to hop across. The next leg of the operation is for the Air Force. We're going to take a couple of bombers and put them over there. We'll take like a couple of fighters, maybe like 200 of them, and put them over there near Hamburg. And then everything else, I'm going to relocate to Calais. And we are going to have aerial operations over the UK. I want them bleeding. I want them to lose all the airplanes they have, because it's fun. It's fun for me. In terms of the air war, yeah, look at how we're trading. Now, we are numerically superior, so you're going to expect this, but overall, this is the the picture we're going to get. Basically, just want to counteract it wherever we can. Just kind of want to counteract it. A fighter here and there, just to keep shooting stuff down. We want the UK to bleed. What is this, Yugoslavia? Just go away. We want the UK to bleed until we have the skies over their home islands. So the Air Force is going to do that. I'm going to continuously expand it as well. I tend to deploy fresh air wings like near Berlin, so they're well out of the way of the fighting, so I know where they are in this giant confusing mess of things, and then train them up. Once they're trained up, so they're no longer level 1 rookies, we throw them in. We're just gonna absolutely dogpile this. Having seized French and Belgian gold reserves, the economy of conquest is actually under control now. This is gonna be like my main adversary for this run. It's a very annoying economy of conquest. I chose this path, so I know what's coming my way. It's just a bit annoying. What else is annoying? We're gonna have to train up more dudes. So, and we're going to make sure those dudes are well deployed. Since we do need to have quite a bit of surrender progress, we're going to be giving up a bit of land. And we're going to make sure that everything on the east side of this river is taken by the hated Soviets. We'll make sure we hold on to this part of the Sudetenland, I suppose. Oh no, I can hold on to this part of the Sudetenland and it's fine. Like this, just go around and then up to Slovakia. I don't think Slovakia is in the war. I don't want Slovakia to be in the war either. So we'll just do that. And we're going to keep deploying fresh units. Another 48 divisions. These guys will primarily be the garrison to hold off the Soviets. These guys will be the garrison to hold off the Allies while I keep Britain like on the very edge of defeat. Once the Americans join, I finish off the British. I mean, that's the goal. Let's see if we can achieve that. But that is the game plan. That's the goal. But yeah, the air war is 100% going our way. We're going to wear out the British Air Force, and it's not going to be able to do anything. Okay, we've got our Weserübung. Declaring on the Danes is just pointless. Well, pointless. There's a point to it. I get Denmark, but they're going to like instantly give up. Huzzah! Yeah, we'll protect you, boys. We will protect you. It'll be nice. There we go. And I'll just park these guys up there. Let's get Ribbentrop packed. The reason I'm getting that is I want to fight the Soviets on my terms. And since I have to wait until 41 anyway, might as well get the Molotov-Ribbentrop pact. That gives us some stuff. I almost forgot about Luxembourg. You know, you'd think my vision is movement-based. If they don't move, I can't see them. But it is not movement-based. I just have ADHD and I forget what I was doing 3 minutes ago. So there we go. Luxembourg. Steiner grows ever more powerful. Alright, under air cover, we're making landfall in southern Norway. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're just going to make sure we overrun them in a jiffy. We do want to get this show on the road. Once the Norwegians are out of action, we can... Where's that button? There's a button here somewhere. Make demands to Sweden. This will give us the resource rights in Västerbotten, which is this. We get ourselves some tungsten, some steel, some chromium. It's really good. You can have your Battle of Britain, and I'll start pressuring the Swedes as one does. Troops have landed, and I'm just going to battle plan my way north. I'll be real with you. None of this matters. I'm just going to battle plan my way north because none of this matters in the slightest. With that naval invasion successful, I'm going to reposition the fleet. So we're probably going to do it around the channel. Once we've completely attrited down the enemy air force, that would give us the maximum edge. Yeah, it seems like the safest bet is just to wait for that. And these guys, your job, yeah, probably patrol the channel as well. Yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Total air superiority. I'm gonna say British air power is basically nothing now as well. I don't know where their airplanes are, but they sure as shit are not here. So here's why the destroyer spam is so powerful. They're super fast ships. They dish out a lot of damage in the form of torpedoes. They might not be optimal for everything, but get enough torpedoes in the water, you'll kill anything. And they're very fast, like I said. So they're gonna go in. They're gonna find Britain's patrolling fleets, the small ones, absolutely clap them like this, and then before the main British fleet can come out and reinforce, even if they're set on do not engage, I mean, they're gonna send out supporting fleets to find this, and if they don't, you sink their patrols. And without patrolling ships, the seas are yours, and you can do whatever the fuck you want to get across and make sure you get your naval landing. So we're gonna need to get a couple of invasions planned. We're gonna hit them around the usual, around Dover and Portsmouth. Like here we've actually engaged a relatively large British fleet. We do have air up. Would probably not be a terrible idea to supplement air with a little bit of naval strike. This one's a bit iffy because I haven't built as many destroyers as I would like. I have obvious advantage in torpedoing power. So the question here is, do I want to take this engagement? I would personally pull out. We've done damage. And I would probably pull out at this point in case things start tipping against us. Because they are going to bring in more ships. Like, they can bring in a lot more ships. So we're just going to disengage. We're fast enough to disengage. And then we're going to repair and go again. This is a little bit of a war of attrition. You want to keep an eye on this. Because if the ships sink, we're kind of fucked. Because they take so long to build. And even in a very unfavorable matchup like this, a bunch of aircraft carriers, a lot more heavies than we do, and relatively large amount of screens, we are still giving much worse than we're getting. Anything I've lost is easily replaceable, and I can always get some more. Oof, I got mauled by HMS Warspite. She is the grand old lady. She is, I've just finished I just finished the naval battle, explaining how I'm disengaging for various reasons. Instantly, I get pulled back into the same naval battle because both fleets are still on the same fucking sea tile. They find each other and butcher my now retreating fleet because I got damaged and everything I had is now getting destroyed because even while disengaging, they are laying down a shitload of fire, and I feel... Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. That was a nice now. And the Scharnhorst. I love my destroyers. Sure, I lost 6 of them, but again, the war of attrition, those are good numbers for us. And I didn't even bring out the strike force because I've decided to just park these guys, repair them up, leave them in port for now. And just use the, oh my god, yeah, might just wanna bring the destroyers in for a bit. The enemy fleets, but everything is going swimmingly. Over here, the Norwegians are basically dead. It's just a matter of walking far enough north, then we can get our resources in from the Swedes. The army is slowly or quickly being built up for our nice wall against the Russian menace. It's fine. Alright, we've taken out the Norwegians. I'm actually going to quickly turn off Rosenberg office because we can outdo the Master Sweden. Getting the extra resources from the Swedes is just a godsend. The troops we've used for this, we'll temporarily use them as a garrison for Norway. We are not setting up that Norwegian puppet. I'll be real with you boys. The Norwegian puppet is ass. It is so bad. It cannot, for the life of it, take care of itself. So I'm not going to bother. I'm just not going to bother. But I'll put up a couple of troops. Yeah, these mountaineers. I'll just send them up over in Norway. Make sure we build a bit of a railway up here because it is a giant pain in the ass supplying this area. And then off to the races. So the next step is going to be invading. As soon as the fleet gets repaired, we're going to put it back out there. We're going to get our naval superiority. We're going to start clapping. Push the UK to the breaking point, but not quite over the edge. Huzzah! Sweden signs over its resources, and suddenly I won't have to trade for tungsten. Just for rubber. Whole bunch of rubber. Butchering, absolutely butchering the UK, well, just the allied air in general. Let's just get this fleet out there and we should be able to get naval superiority, invade, and once you take all of these ports, the AI is a lot less inclined to actually put ships in the channel, so we're probably fine once we start to push. As soon as we go to sea, we take out another one of their little patrol vessels. If we keep taking out these patrol fleets, we'll be flying. It's just the home fleet itself that can be an issue. We keep killing the patrols, they won't be able to get superiority, and I can naval... Oh! Running away! Disengage! Yeah, these fleet bombs are something to look out for, but other than that, it's fine, trust me. So I chicken out and hit disengage, but the longer this thing's going on, the more damage I'm doing for some reason. But we have sunk the Hood, 3 battleships, a heavy cruiser, and a bunch of other stuff. I'd say we got the best of that exchange, and we're about to secure naval superiority here as well. I'm no longer afraid of the home fleet. I can take it. Jesus Christ, we're just butchering them. All right, so yeah, the destroyer spam is the meta. We got the better of this exchange as well. Oh my god, look at that. Hermes and Eagle are down. Oh yes. Oh, magnificent. Oh, I just have to make sure that both of our fleets are actually in the same engagement. Otherwise, things get hairy. This kind of hurts having to see so many of my ships on that low strength. All right, we've whittled down the enemy fleets enough. Naval invasions are go. So, we're going to go in there. We're going to hammer Britain, but we're going to do so in a controlled fashion. There we go. Have to maintain the war until we're at war with the Soviets as well. 1941. So we got like a year and a bit left. But it's fine. It's fine. You are now on... Where are you hiding? Naval invasion support. I want those big guns covering me. Oh, dear God, no. Why are you fighting the Royal Navy? There goes the grand old lady. Sorry, Warspite. I love the HMS Warspite, but Effingham. You're Effingham, yeah. Look at this. This is just, we're just butchering the Royal Navy. Look at it. That's 4 carriers. The Ark Royal, the Glorious, the Courageous, and the Furious. Warspite and Queen Elizabeth. They're just fucked. All right. Enough nonsense. Let's get the armor in there. I'm going to bring Steiner's armor in, even though usually I don't want to commit too much to this. They're going to allow me to quickly rush up there, and then we stall out. We'll see what the victory or like the surrender progress looks like once we get to that point, but 1 army plus the armor should be enough to make this push a reality. We have London, Huzzah. I think that meets the requirements for Steiner already. Yeah, we control the Greater London area. But this is an untenable position to hold. So what I want to do is just push them to like the edge of surrender so I can, at a moment of my choosing, end this war. Instead of being at Britain's mercy. Total air dominance as well, so Cass is just shredding whatever they have. Honestly, I've done enough. I'm gonna send the surface fleet, like the strike force, back for repairs, because holy shit, these boys need repairs. The destroyers can also go back for repairs. Britain falls. There's nothing they can do about it. Let's head to there. What's their surrender progress like? Again, I don't want to knock them out. Right, we got a little ways to go. Alright, so that puts the UK like 26 with Cardiff and Swansea left. They're not major victory points. I don't think we'll push them to their deaths if we don't take Hull. Gotta keep an eye on this. Alright, that is Cardiff out. 24%. Swansea and Wrexham. Good. I guess that puts us here where we are able to make the kill at a moment of our choosing. I've brought a secondary army in just to garrison the shit out of the area, and we're going to patrol the fuck out of the channel now so that our convoys can keep supplying the troops that are here. And of course, air power will be deployed to hold the enemy at bay. So we'll deploy the air power as we need it to. So this is pretty much it. Yeah, we can advance into the north of the UK at our, at our leisure to kill them off. And everything that is of any sort of value we can bring back home for the offensives against the Soviets to take back our country once we've killed off the Soviet Union. Once we've let in the Soviet Union, I should say. Damn, I forgot about Italy. My plan was to call none of the Axis powers in, but Italy's gone in on Greece, pulled in Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary. And that is gonna see this whole thing spiral. Soon they will join the Allies. Unless something's really weird and Greece doesn't, but I'm pretty sure they will. In any case, I think we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. I kind of do want to seize foreign industries. So I'm getting ready for that final... Oh, why is that red? Oh, it's because the Italians are trying to attack. Why are the Italians trying to attack? It doesn't matter. We're holding the British at, like, death's door. And there's nothing they can do about it. They've lost 1 million men. I've lost less than 100,000 in this war. Alright, war with the USSR. Bottom option. And we're just going to declare the... Oh, right. Alright, I have to break the pact. Oh, let me just... There we go. Let's get some troops on that border. I think it just counts our border and not anyone else's. So maybe our puppets as well. So I'm going to quickly move some troops around so that we have troops on the border. I can break the non-aggression pact. And then we're just going to declare that war. I can cancel the pact. There we go. I put everyone back on their prepared positions. Just a quick back and forth. We're just going to declare the war. I'm not going to call any of my friends in. Victory is at hand! No, it's really not. That's the point. We're going to let them in, and fine, you can have your continuation war. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, 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 yada. I have to maintain this war with the with the Brits until the Americans arrive, though. Until Americans arrive, any fight there is going to knock them out of the war. Don't want that yet. Alright, they're not able to walk through my puppets, so I'm just going to call this one in as well. It's just going to be annoying otherwise. The AI is a bit reluctant to push in if it doesn't really see that much opposition, but we should be okay. Once they take Berlin, Stettin, Rostock, Hamburg, that should be 30%, I think. Damn, that's a lot of resistance in Poland. Come on, walk in there, you bastards. Oh, while I'm here, I should probably start making some of these, like these basic amphibious tractors. Are they any good? Not necessarily, but they're relatively cheap, and they're like a good way to get some river crossing penalties off of your tanks, which is going to be helpful. I just pressed that button to save, and it's just not saving. Yeah, it just doesn't work. That's new. All right, good to know. I was going to say Finns are doing all right, but no. No, the Finns are doing quite poorly. So I've redirected some infantry to here-ish to counterattack, or at least keep the Finns in the running for a bit. I'll demand the ban on communism. It seems like a sensible thing to do. And they're really taking their time walking in. I'm going to arrive too late to save Finland, I fear. Quite unfortunate that. Alright, I've got fighters and stuff. I'm going to temporarily detach them to help Finland, or at least to help the troops I've deployed to Finland. Again, it doesn't matter. I know that it doesn't matter. I just really think it's fun to do a little bit of this kind of LARP. So how far are we? 5% towards capitulation. Huzzah! Might need to give up more, like Vienna and stuff as well. We'll see. Now we defend the Finns. Huzzah! Dead Soviets. Always a win in my book. Gonna have an aneurysm! For some reason, Italy's gone to war with Hugo. Hugo's joined the fucking Comintern. And everyone's just been pulled into this war. So this is a pain in the ass. Just a giant pain in the ass. Oh well. Watch our capitulation take up and we'll be fine. Be fine. Oh well. Hey, we're actually advancing on Leningrad with the infantry here I sent here. Holy shit, I took Leningrad. Oh, almost. Pretty much. Yay! We've taken Leningrad. Huzzah! This is so stupid. I'm just gonna leave like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boys here. Hold Leningrad. The rest of you, liberate the rest of Finland, if you will, because the Russians are coming. I wish the Soviets would just hurry up and walk in. This is just taking way too long. Go ahead and capitulate all of us. Well, maybe not all of us, but just walk in. It's undefended. Oh my god. Walk in, Stalin. I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, it's such a... I hate having to rely on the AI for anything whatsoever. It's just never worth it. Alright, had to restart the game to wake up the AI again, and they've made it to Berlin. Okay, a little bit further to go because we're now at 28%. Huzzah, 2% to go. I think I just need to take this, and then I don't have to maintain that. I can just counterattack once we are at that 30% mark, right? What are you doing? All right, we tick all the boxes. I can counterattack now. I don't know. Oh yeah, 31%. Okay, that's it. Now we clap back. This has been an enormous waste of my time. Everyone to the front. Steiner, if you will lead the northern assault along the coast, and we're gonna push this back. Air is getting redeployed to support Steiner's counterattack. It will be magnificent. It will be truly glorious. A bunch of CAS extra. There we go. Felix, make me proud. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Steiner, on my orders, you are to engage. And now we begin the counterattack. I'm gonna cut along the coast, and then from Danzig down towards Lutsk inland to create a large-scale encirclement up there. I mean, it's always the same if you face the Soviet Union. You cut their army to ribbons. You don't fight them fairly. You fight them as unfairly as possible. You fight them smartly, cleverly. You create encirclements. You force them to fight on your terms, and you don't fall back. You don't just push them back to where they get better positions, where they get more supply. No, you fight them, and then you make sure that the divisions they have engaged with you are all destroyed. Like, this is a good beginning. It's not a massive pocket, but it's a pocket. It's a start. And we crush that, and we move on to the next. We're going to try and create one here near Breslau. We'll have the infantry fight in support as well, and create like a secondary pocket. Yes, no, maybe, yes. All right, another pocket. So we're just going to destroy the Soviet military on our path northward. And I don't think this has unchecked. No, once you achieve it, you have achieved it. On to Moscow. Moscow and victory await. I get so engrossed in this that I forget that there's other stuff that I need to keep doing. But this is the part of the game that I love. That brutal butchery of the AI, that gives me a funny feeling in my stomach. Anyway, let's take a couple of tanks down here. Whoa, that's wrong. Over here, and we're gonna make another nice little pincer. The key, again, I keep hammering on about this. I've just realized I have accidentally shipped the tanks I had. Oh, I've done it again. Done it again. I had these 4 tanks here specifically to give the Brits the quick coup de grace, and I fucked it up. I fucked it up. So much for my cup of grass. I should get more dockyards making stuff. Ooh, I can make torpedo cruisers. I do like torpedo cruisers. Do I armor them? Obviously. Oh, these are going to be magnificent. Oh, they're going to be magnificent. How much torpedo attack do you want? The answer is just yes. Oh god, these are disgusting. These are just hilarious. Anyway, are we about to achieve pocket? We have achieved another pocket. So I want to check out the Soviet losses here. Should have checked their losses before I started, but oh well. They are down 1 million men, and they've killed 80,000 of them. They've done better than the UK so far, but that's because I've been having to do actual fighting instead of just driving across plains. All right, and I think we still meet the requirements, don't we? Do we? Yes, we do. We just need to get to Moscow. Huzzah! Encirclement, unencirclement, re-encirclement. Yes, re-encirclement. Also had a particularly good campaign here. Oh no. That was not my plan. Oops. Never intended for that. That's another 20, 30 divisions we take out. Good. Totale Krieg we do. Yes, this is a total war. And another beautiful encirclement of the Soviet forces. Quickly clean that up, and then we move on to the next stage. We are so close to getting them out of our beloved Germany. To think we've had to let these dogs in the first place. My God. Unacceptable. Legionary Romania. I thought you'd have more oil. Venezuela? Oh, Iran. Let's talk oil, baby. And that is like 40, 50 divisions just gone like that. 430,000 men in Krakow. Would not want to be Soviet high command just about now. I am not talking to Stalin about this debacle. All right, Japan's just declared war on the Europeans. So the moment they hit... Oh yeah, they're going to hit the Philippines. That's my cue to finish off the British. All right, they're in which case I'm going to assassinate the British. Oh my God, I accidentally started that attack order. Oh, that was close. I had accidentally started that tank attack order. That was close, boys. Oh, damn. Are they in the war? They're technically not in the war yet, so we're going to halt these operations until they join. Okay, they've been called in. Okay. All right, once we get to Newcastle, it should be fine. Why do they call it Newcastle? It's pretty old. Okay, that should be Britain capitulating. Oh, happy days. Got him. Got him. I'm just gonna garrison up these islands. They're gonna naval invade, so we'll leave it as is. But that does mean I don't have to worry about this side of things. We are happy, happy, happy there. And I'll just keep killing Soviets. Just more and more Soviets. 2 million casualties now. Yeah, it seems about fair. Look at us trade in the sky. 2 down to 30, 40, 30, 40. And another beautiful encirclement here. Yeah, the Red Army's just gone. Like, it has effectively stopped existing as a fighting force. Well, that might be a bit much. Let's get ourselves Reichskommissariat Großbritannien. Mosley, you're my man. And I think with this we have, yep, that is the entire Baltic, well, most of the Baltic cut off as well. Moving for the kill, destroy that portion of the Red Army. I love the smell of burning Soviets in the morning. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So they're down to 2.8 million casualties. Not, you know, could be better. Could be worse. Could be better. I no longer control the Greater London area. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. I'm going to have an aneurysm. Can I ask for the Greater... I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. I have to reintegrate the entirety of this. Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just this. No, it's not right. I am mad. I'm really, really mad. Oh, I've just hit max consumer goods. Oh well. Yeah, at this point it doesn't really matter. Wow, the Romanians are attacking. Oh, these bastards have gotten to Kyiv. Alright, give me Kyiv. I'll take the consumer goods off you. I need those. Oh, I can't. Where's Smolensk? You know what? Fuck it. Welcome aboard Peru. You want in? You're in. I'm literally just battle planning my way through this very, very large country. It's just a matter of walking to the victory points. I have actually had, this is just, I'm just so mad about this, and I have to push the UK down. It's gonna cost me so much in terms of time and effort. Oh, maybe not that much effort. Oh, sweet, sweet Smolensk gold reserves, 1% reduced. Oh boy, we're at 99% conquest. That's, not great. Let's just drive to Moscow. Let's just drive to Moscow and get this over with. Mosley, I'm gonna send you like 1,000 convoys. Make good use of them. I don't ever want to see your face again after this. I mean, we've got Moscow, so just the Greater London area. Alright, just gotta integrate Mosley. Just waiting for the Lend-Lease to arrive so I can annex Mosley. Casualties are up to like 500,000, 400,000 when I started battle planning, but it doesn't matter. The Red Army's gone. Give me that sweet, sweet Moscow gold. Yes, 7%. I'll take it. And we annex the British. There you go, Steiner. That's just popped. Oh, we've done it. We have achieved. Where is it hiding? I can't actually see it, can I? Because I have to scroll through the whole damn list, but it's here somewhere. It is here somewhere. I wish there was a search function for this. This is taking an inordinately long time to find. There we go. We have achieved our Steiner meme. Victory in Russia is just a matter of time. They're basically dead. I can now reinstate the stupid puppet. I wish I could seize their gold reserves as well. I want my British gold. There we go. That fixes my economy. My 82%. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That fixes my economy. And that means I can actually go down here to autarky achieved as soon as we kill the Soviets. I'll call this a win. I mean, I'm gonna call this a win. I'm done. I'm done. We got our achievement. We got our stupid memes in. Steiner has steined again. Level 6 even. Steiner, my man. Not bad for a militia officer who failed to launch his attack. In this case, he did not fail. In fact, he attacked. He attacked very strong. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more achievement guides, let me know. If you want to see more country guides, let me know now in the comments which ones you would like to see. And for your disaster saves, send them in at disastersavior.com. I have been Bitter Steel, you have been you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.